Some candies melt. How can you test different kinds of candy to find out which kinds melt and which kinds don't?
In today's activity, you're going to experiment to find out what kind of candy melts, and more importantly, what kind of candy doesn't melt. You're doing this experiment to help a friend who has a big problem. You see, you just got a postcard in the mail from your friend. They've been gone all summer visiting a summer camp called Camp Way Too Hot, which is located in the American state of Florida. Let's read what your friend wrote, shall we? Camp is going okay, I guess, but it's 10 miles from the nearest store. We ran out of candy on day 2, and we have 2 more weeks to go. Please send candy. Now, the only way for mail to get to Camp Way Too Hot is by truck. And that truck has to drive for miles in the Florida sun with no air conditioning. It gets really hot inside. You want to send your friend candy, but you don't want it to melt in the truck and arrive as a box of melted goo. That would be a disaster. If you've ever left a chocolate bar in the sun, you know that it has the property of being meltable. Just like plastic, chocolate can turn into a gooey liquid. It loses its shape completely. But is all candy meltable? Today, your class is going to heat different candies to see if you can find one that won't melt. You'll see whether the candies stay solid, melt into a liquid, or just melt part way, getting soft and squishy. Then your class can decide what kind of candy you would send to Camp Way Too Hot. You ready to begin? I'll talk you through the steps one by one. Find a partner to work with. When you're done with this step, click the
So, boys and girls, we're not in the classroom to do this experiment. So we're just going to talk about it. So in one bag he has chocolate chips, and the other bag he has some type of candy. When he puts them in the water, which one do you think will melt? Which will not melt? Let's take a look.
Use your sticks to push the bags underwater for 2 minutes.
So they're pushing the sticks underwater. One is jelly beans and one is the chocolate chip. Do you think the candies will melt? Why or why not?
Discuss these questions while you wait. I'll put a timer on screen so you know when 2 minutes are up. You ready? Look at the candy while it's still in the hot water. Did it lose its shape? Circle your answer on the worksheet. Candy with your fingers. Then finish your worksheet.